Hello friends, my name is Tawfiq and you're watching my channel Graphics 10. So in this video in CorelDRAW we are going to see the extrude tool, which is used for creating basic 3D shape. I use the basic word because we can only add depth to any given shape or selected shape or object. That's why I'm using the word basic. So let's say if I create a circle, I will color it. Now we can apply extrude tool by using the extrude tool itself, or we also have the extrude option from the effects menu and the extrude docker or the panel. So we can use it both ways. So now I'm going to use it, the extrude tool. Simply you have to select the extrude tool and drag and release so that it will create a depth. As you can see, it has created depth to any given object. Now it has various properties. We also have some presets. As you can see, we can also use these presets, and we have this option, how much depth do we want, or there are multiple options of what kind of depth do you want. So let's say if I select this one, so if I rotate this, so as you can see the depth is greater or wider than the original object, so that we have selected this one. If you want the depth to be, or the 3D shadow to be smaller or narrower than the original object, then we can use this option. So it will look something like this. And remember, you are seeing this particular symbol, which is a 3D rotation tool. So we are now currently seeing these two arrows. So this is basically 3D. We can rotate this in 3 dimensions. This is the Z axis, and we obviously have X and Y axis. Let's say X is this, Y is this, and this one is Z axis. So the depth is Z axis. So we can rotate it in 3 dimensions like this, and this symbol, this denotes that we can rotate this object into 2 dimensions. So this is basically symbol of 2 dimensions, and this is symbol of 3 dimensions like this. And now we have these options. So let's say I'll keep it to the normal, the earlier one, which was this one, this one, I think this one, or let's say this one. This looks good. So if you want to apply some more options, we have the depth, size. So we can change it in 2 ways. We can simply increase the value or decrease the value as per our requirement, or you can simply click on this particular symbol or option and you can simply increase or decrease. Both are similar. As you can see, the value is changing. If we make changes over here, the value over here also changes in the property bar. So this is how it looks. Now we have some other options, like this one is the view. So 3 denotes the 3 dimensions like this, X, Y and Z. So if you keep it straight, so this is basically your front view. So this basically indicates that in which position you are currently in. So you can, this is useful for watching or checking your original position. So let's say if I do this, rotate this, but I want the original position of my object, then you can simply go to this particular option and simply choose the front on angle. So this is the original position of any selected object. So that's why it is called as 3D, 3 dimension. 3 denotes 3 dimensions. Then we have some other options, like the most useful option is this coloring. So presently the shadow color, the 3D shadow color or the depth color and the object color, both are same. But if you want different color for the shadow, you can choose this second option and you can change the shadow color like this. But the third option is more, you can say, realistic. If I want to use that word, realistic look to the object like this. And if you want to change this shadow color, you can change the shadow color, but presently I'm keeping it to black so that it looks realistic, more realistic. So this is how it looks. Then we have some other options, like if you want to use bevel like this is now a normal shape, but if you want, what I'll do is I will remove the outline by right clicking over here, so the outline is not visible. But if you want the bevel option over here, you can simply turn on the bevel option, use bevel. This is the bevel option, and I can simply increase the bevel value like this. So as you can see, bevel, and the bevel angle, how much angle do you want in the bevel. So I will zoom it a little bit so that you will understand it properly, like this. So this is basically the bevel angle. And if you only want to see the bevel but not the shadow, then you can simply click over here, and so it will only show you the bevel option and the shadow will be hidden. But this looks better, or this gives us better idea. So this is bevel, and it's mostly used on the text. So let's say I will type here, and I will make it bold. So I will use similar option, the bevel, extrude, I beg your pardon, extrude. Then I will create, and I will rotate, I will decrease the depth, and again I will go to the shadow option so that it looks realistic. Now simply I can use the bevel option, use bevel. So this is how it looks. So this is too much for the text presently, so I can simply decrease the value. So this looks much better, or you get a better idea from this particular text. So this is basically bevel, and this is extrude. And there are few more properties, like if you want to add some lighting. So presently there is only one light, but I have to start it, so turn on the light first. So if you want some lighting effects, I will make it a bit bigger. So simply go and turn on this, check this light, so it will turn on the lighting effect. And you can also choose the position of the light. So this is behind now, this is over here, this is in the middle, this is over here. And let's say if I want to place it in front, this is how it will look. And you can also decrease or increase the intensity. So I will decrease the intensity. So this is how it will look. But as we have now activated the light option, so the area where the light is farther, so further or farther, so it is looking much darker now because the light is over here. So that's why the area which is at distance from the light, it will look darker. So if you want to place another light, you can place 3 lights. So this second light, so let's say if I place it, the intensity is 100, so that's why it's looking like this. So let's say if I place it over here, and I will decrease the intensity, so this is how it will look. Let's say if I turn off the second light, so it will look darker. If I turn on the light, then this is how it will look. If I turn on the third light, so this is used for giving a realistic effect to any object. So this is how it will look. So this is basically the lighting option. If you don't want it, you can simply turn all the light options off, so it will look like this. So but if you want a realistic looking 3D object, not exactly a top quality 3D option but more realistic, then you can simply use the lighting effects. So this is how it will look after using the lighting effects. So these are basically the options of 3D. Then we also have some options. Usually the first option is chosen by many designers, so that as we make changes to the designs, it will work according to that. So keep this option activated. Then we also have some other options vanishing point are all. So what I'll do is I will create a design using the 3D options. So I will design a mosquito coil which is mostly used in India. So I will take a spiral and I will create this shape. Now what I'll do is I will increase the outline width. So I want this one much more. Let's say I will take 50. Okay, looks good. And I want to make it dark green, so I will press and hold left mouse button, and so this is basically an outline. So I'm first going to convert this into a shape because this is an outline. So if I right click, then it will change color, but I want to make it into a shape, proper shape. So I'll go to object and convert outline to object. Then I will choose this color, green color, and now I will use the extrude option, extrude option, and I'm going to decrease the value now. I can decrease it from here also. So I will choose this option, so it will look more realistic, and I will rotate this like this. I can also use the perspective tool to keep it in perspective, but we haven't seen the perspective option as yet, so I'm simply not using that. So this looks pretty good. So this is basically a 3D mosquito coil, so you can use it. And if you want to give that this mosquito coil is burning, so you can choose the pen tool which is over here. Yes, pen tool, and or you can also use the Bezier tool. It really on your preference, and you can simply draw. So we want to show that it's burning, one end is burning, so I will use the interactive fill tool. So this area is basically black and this is red like fire. And if you want to make adjustments, simply Control A, convert to curves, and you can make adjustments as per your liking. Like this. So this is how it will look. So we are only giving the feeling as if it is on fire, or we have lit up like an incense stick. Mosquito coil is basically an incense stick which is used for killing or affecting, damaging the mosquitoes. So this is how it will look. So we have created this particular object by using the extrude tool. We can use it on any object. So I recommend you do practice this. It's a very effective and useful tool. And one more tip. Let's say if I want to copy this particular object, but if I click on the front section and I drag it and right click, so the only the front section will be copied. So before copying it, select the entire object like this, then copy, right click. Only then the extrude will be copied. So remember this tip, it's a very useful tip. So this is how it will look. So this is basically the extrude tool. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye and cheers.